Hi guys, I'm back and I'm going to make a nice recipe of my chili. It's pretty cash. I'm not going to have Vinny come out and make the stage. We do that once a week if we can to make it a little bit more interesting for everybody and for us as well. But tonight it's Sunday. It's easy going. I just going to have some chili. Got some onions chopped up here. Let's get them sauteing. Okay. Hope everybody's enjoying the weekend. And you'll see earlier Vinny's in the process now. He's going to upload part 2 of the pan pizza dough that I did. Excuse me one sec. I'm going to keep this real tonight, meaning I'm going to cut in front of the camera sometimes. I'm going to be right here because that was the whole object of my channel, to keep it real and lifelike and, in the moment. And that's where we are. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, I set another channel called Foodie Tips, and I did a preview of talking about it in the spice recipe I made for this very chili. And I did that because I want to focus on the recipes, and sometimes I do a lot of homemade stuff for things I'm cooking, and I don't have the time to show you the recipe for the additional homemade stuff I'm putting in the chili. Like I made my powder. So I said, wow, it'd be awesome to make another place where I could just do foodie tips and things like, remember when I had the butchering of the meat and all those other different things I do. I love that stuff. And I just don't have time within a recipe. And I know it would bore you to sit and watch the preparation of the spice as well as the recipe. So I said to myself, you know what? Split it up. Not that I'm trying to be a superstar and have more than one channel. I'm not asking you to subscribe to both because that doesn't do nothing. It doesn't it doesn't build Jeanine's kitchen is what I'm trying to say. But me mentioning it and helping you that they relate to my recipes, I think is pretty cool. I would love to say, hey, go over to Foodie Tips and you'll see I learned this and that. I'll briefly mention it in the main menu, and then you could go over and check that out. A little bit more variety, a little something, something. So I wanted to tell my subscribers myself before you say, wait a minute, is that Jeanine floating around out there? What is she doing in Foodie Tips? I know her from Jeanine's Kitchen. And I don't really know how YouTube works. So I said, let me just tell my subs what I'm about and what I'm doing so they know. We're growing slow. Thank you to every one of you. I couldn't do it without you. I love you. You know I love cooking. This is real time, real thing. And the reason I talk to you like I do is because in my silly mind, I think that you're following along with me in my recipes. Like today, I'm in the same shirt. You see me. I'm in the kitchen talking about the pizza dough, part 2. It's Saturday night, was yesterday night. I made the dough recipe, and I said part 1, watch for tomorrow. It has to rest overnight in the fridge, and I will cook it on Sunday, which I did today in real time. That's about as realism as I could give my channel. I don't know what more I could do, but I think that's fun, and it's my way of running my channel. I can't sit and do something and say, okay, we're going to film on Tuesday, and video will edit Wednesday for upload on Thursday. I don't know if that's what the other YouTubers do. I really don't, and I don't care. What I do is my thing. Jeanine's Kitchen is real. I cook when I want. I upload when we want. We edit as much or as little as we want. I mean, video edits out if I'm pausing. Sometimes you'll notice he'll take a minute longer while I'm saying goodbye. That's about it. He cuts out about a few seconds of that. But you've seen me drop flour, spoons, can't find the knife, all those silly, quirky things. To me, that's a real kitchen. You're going to do them in your own. And I don't lie. If a recipe doesn't come out great, I'm not going to sit on camera when I know the underside of a bread isn't cooked, or if a meat's too rare. I'm not going to say, oh, it's wonderful. And I'll tell you, it flopped. It didn't work for me. Why would it work for you? I want you to stay with me, not leave me. And you would leave me if you said, I tried 2 of that girl's recipes and they were horrible. I don't know why she's even on YouTube. So that's my thinking. I feel like keep it real, tell it true, and you guys will build a relationship and stay with me, because I tell you, and I've said it before, there are YouTubers that I've been with and watched. They don't even know I'm watching. I remember when Laura Vitale started, okay, and I could tell her, in that brown kitchen in the basement. Her hair was dark. She had no babies. She was young and fresh, and she could cook like a rock star then. The girl could always cook. But I mean, I've been watching her over 10 years. It's wonderful to see how she's developed. She's been on Food Network. She's had her own show, starting as a YouTuber. Her husband built her a kitchen in the basement. How cool is that? I think it's wonderful. There's many of them. The old man, Osara Pasquale. I've been watching Pasquale from the beginning. From the beginning. They're all great. And they all inspired me to start my little channel. I learn from everyone. And I enjoy it. It's the best place for me to be when you love cooking. Okay, so now that's getting a run around. I don't want to make this too long because we have to come back for the finish. So what I'm going to do is going to show you what I do. It's about 1.25 pounds of chopped meat. Okay. I'm going to add, instead of a can, you can use tomato sauce. You can use puree. I'm just going to add a tablespoon of paste to my recipe. Okay. You can always add more later. And I'm going to add 3 tablespoons, 2 to 3, of the spice I made. And you'll see a video of it here, and then it will go separately as I start to add to food tips. Foodie tips. It's 1. And it's wonderful because I control everything that goes. I know every single ingredient in here. That's my gig. I like not having a lot of salt. You know, guys, I'm freaked out about salt. I think it's very important to watch in your diet early on. You don't want problems later. A can of Goya small red beans. Get that going. Let me just mix it a little bit. I don't want to burn myself here. I've burnt myself on camera. My mouth, my fingers. What was I doing the other day? I burnt myself. I wanted to die. I touched the pan and I really burnt my fingers, but I couldn't scream. I drop the pan. Those are the little things those are hard to get by on real channels, real time, real food. There was no editing that out, so to speak. All right, so let's speed this up because the only thing that's going to be the finale in this is the finished chili and how I bowl and plate it. And I love it with sour cream and all of that. So it's a can, chopped meat, sauteed onions, tomato paste, a can of red beans with the starch, everything included. Let me get a spoon to get that last bit out. And last but not least, we're going to add water to this. And another tip for me, I don't have it tonight. I ran out of my favorite little chicken broth containers. You all know how I love those. I ran out. I don't have any. I would have put half water and half broth into my chili. But I have 2 cups of regular plain water. They're in a bowl because I only have, for some reason, my 1 cup measurer out. I don't know why. All right. And that's the extent of my chili. You could add as much more spice as you want or as more little. I'm looking at it now and I'm thinking it's okay. I let mine simmer for at least 90 minutes. I will come back to show you the completed final dish and how I plate it because I put all the recipe instructions and details for you in the description. So we'll say goodbye with that and we'll come back to plate. I love you all and I'll see you later. Hey guys, my chili's finished. We're going to plate it and say goodnight for the evening. Take a good look. It's delicious. I showed you my special spices, homemade. They're wonderful. Now I'm going to get a bowl and plate it. Okay, I had some steamed rice on the side. Y'all know how I love my rice cooker. See? And these are our dishes from Louisiana. Let me just show you these. Love these. We got these in New Orleans when I went to visit my son in a nice restaurant there. And I said, I want them just for my chili. Wonderful. Put a dollop of that. And now we're going to come over here. You want some sour cream? Yep. First, let me put some cheese. We got white cheddar. Put a good amount of that on there. Yum. As y'all know, my mouth's watering. Always does, always will. Okay. I'll give him a dollop of some sour cream. I'm going to share that. Do a dollop. Do a dollop. Daisy. That's Daisy sour cream. We don't do it, but you never know. You may want a little squeeze of lime to cut that fat, and that's delish. And here it is. in my butcher bowl, Jeanine's homemade chili, my homemade seasoning, white Vermont cheddar, sour cream, and a dash of lime. Okay, so there you have it. I'm not going to taste it because it's too hot, but it's delicious. I hope you make it. I hope you try it. I'll see you in the next one.